Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Vrunda and Ansari.
వస్తున్నారు హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే
ఏం చేస్తారా వస్తున్నారంట నేను అప్పటి నుంచి మెసేజ్ పెడితేనే రమ్మని ఇంకా వస్తున్నారు అంటావు.
ఒక 5 minutes.
నేను గంట ముందే మెసేజ్ పెట్టినా కదా. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ రామ. నేను ఇక్కడ అవైలబుల్ ఉన్న టైంలో నాతో పాటు ఉండకుంటే కష్టం కదా నాకు. నాకు నైట్ అదే నా టైం ఇదైతే అదైతుంది అదైతే చేంజ్ అవుతుంది.
2 minutes లో అయిపోయింది.
అర్థం చేసుకోరు ఎందుకు రవి అర్థం కాదు. వై ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ అరగంట 45 1 hour ముందే చెప్పినాను కదా. వేక్ దేమ్ అప్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ మీ చాంటింగ్. అప్పటి ఇంకా 5 minutes 10 minutes ఇప్పుడు ఎంత అవుతుంది 7:45 అవుతుంది. ఎప్పుడు వస్తారు ఈడ? అర్థం
7:30
చేసుకోరు. వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రెస్పెక్ట్ యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్? ఇది కరెక్ట్ కాదు. ఇది నచ్చదు నాకు. 7:38 అవుతుంది ఇంకా 5 minutes అంటున్నావు. కనీసం ఒక 4 rounds నాతో. ఇట్స్ బీన్ లాంగ్ టైం. 2-3 weeks గ్యాప్ వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ మళ్ళా. దరిద్రం బతుకు. You don't chant now. Go and bring them first. Can you please bring them now?
వస్తున్నారండి. నేను అయిపోయింది వాళ్ళది, వస్తున్నారు.
వస్తుంటే మరి ఏది కనబడతలేరు ఏంది వస్తున్నారంటే? ఓపెన్ ద వీడియో రమన్
రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే.
ఓపెన్ ద వీడియో అని చెప్తున్నా కదా.
రాలేదు ఇంకా.
రాకుండా నువ్వు పక్క పెట్టు. నువ్వేం చూడకుండా జస్ట్ పుట్ ఇట్ దేర్. ఆల్టర్ ముందు పెట్టు. అంతలా అయితే యు కెనాట్ షో యువర్ ఫేస్. షో టు ద ఆల్టర్. హరే హరే
హరే కృష్ణ
హరే హరే కృష్ణ
రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ రామ. తొందర రండిరా. హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే.
ఆ తెలివి 7 గంటలకు 7 గంటల నుంచే ఉండాలి. 7:30కి గివ్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు డాడీ. ఈజ్ దేర్, ఈజ్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ అస్ అని ఉండాలి. అది ఇట్స్ మై టైం 10:30 టైం. ఐ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు కనెక్ట్. నాకు మంచిగానే ఉంది. సూపర్ అసోసియేషన్ ఉంది. టెంపుల్ సర్వీసులు ఉన్నాయి. అన్ని మంచిగానే ఉన్నాయి. బ్రహ్మాండంగా. ఈ కాలేజ్ జాయిన్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు నాకు యాక్చువల్గా చెప్పాలంటే. 10 o'clock. నౌ ద టైమ్ ఇస్ 10:10. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే. అన్సరి బృందా హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే.
హరే కృష్ణ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్.
Yeah. Show up video and sit there and get the beats. Start chanting.
తొందర నాని మన వీడియో
chant.
ఆన్ అవుతుంది.
హరే హరే
హరే కృష్ణ ఇస్ ఇట్
విజిబుల్ అవర్ వీడియో?
అక్కేది
ఉంది.
హరే కృష్ణ
ప్రాపర్ గా పెట్టుకోండి. వీడియో ప్రాపర్ గా చూపించండి. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare. Chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna బయటికను వృంద సౌండ్ బయటికను హరి రామ హరి రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే హరే రామ రామ హరే 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 కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే 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 కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ సాధనా సమయ ప్రభుపానికి జయ గురు పరంపరకి జయ సాధనా సమయ ప్రభుపానికి జయ గురు పరంపరకి జయ శ్రీకృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధర శివాసారి గౌర భక్త హరే హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే 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 రామ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ 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 మంచిగా క్లియర్ గా ప్రొనౌన్స్ అన్సే వృంద ప్రొనౌన్స్ క్లియర్లీ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Vrunda, sit properly, Vrunda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Nana, one round done.
Start second one start Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 राधा स्वामी की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य सदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 sit properly Vrunda. If you want to support wall go behind the wall, no problem. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram బీట్ బ్యాగ్ లేదారా అన్సరి కట్టుకో బీట్ బ్యాగ్ కట్టుకో హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కాళ్ళు బృందా కాళ్ళు చాపుకుంటే చాపుకో ఇట్స్ ఓకే బీ ఫ్రీ ఎట్లా కంఫర్టబుల్ అయితే అట్లా హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ హరే హరే Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama
Second round to that.
Very good. Because I've joined. Today we'll start at 8:10. 8:10, 8:12 అట్లా స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం కాల్. One more round you guys do. One more round you guys do. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Sandhya Mataji, Deepa Mataji, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let us do one more round and we'll start. Yeah, please. Let us do one more round and we'll start readings. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna. Are Ansini Vranda, Prabhupada Pranithan start చేద్దాం. I am also joining with you, okay? So let us do with Prabhupada Pranati. Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitgamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Devadami Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Vrinda, beats, beat bag load, please. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'm almost done. Kids, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. అయిపోయిందా ఆన్సరింగ్?
అయిపోయింది.
Okay. Sorry, ఉండండి. Be there for reading, okay, for some time. You can turn off video, no problem. Another Lavanya is seeing. Are you connected from computer? Two Lavanya is showing. Hare Krishna.
నేను ఇప్పుడు చేంజ్ చేస్తాను.
Quit the other one and let's do. Hare Krishna. Okay. Quit the other one. Hare Krishna, devotees, Dhanavad Pranams. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining today. So we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namre. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukha karoti vachalam pangumulanga etigirim yatkrupatamaham vande Shri Gurum Nirkarana Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Meshwaram Om Apavitra Pavitro Sarvama Sangatobhyo Yasmaret Pandarikaksham Sabahya Abhyantaram Suchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayo Diviva Chakshuratam Sadviprasa Vipanyo Jagruham Samindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9. The title entitled as Brahma's Prayers. Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy. Brahma is praying to give the knowledge, give the intelligence to create. He is a secondary creator. He don't know how to create. His prayers towards Supreme Lord so that he bestowed with refined and perfected intelligence, knowledge to create this universe. So these are the prayers. Okay, Brahma's prayers for creative impetus. So now let us directly start Veda base. We are at text 24. This chapter is very small chapter, 25 verses only. So let us read from here. One second. Text 24. I am just sharing. Yeah. Okay. I'll spend another 15-20 minutes and then over to Lavanya. She can run. Today is holiday. She is able to manage. Okay. So, okay. Hare Krishna, Sandhya Mataji, thank you for joining. Please continue and give us regular association. And of course, you lost, very beloved, your father. We all, your prayers and all the devotees' prayers helped him to reach higher destination, better place. Maybe whatever he did and whatever based on, punya karma, definitely as you are a devotee of Supreme Lord, you helped his nice destination. Next, Krishna is taking it. Basically, who is going to taking care of everybody? Krishna is going to taking care of everybody. So he only created us, right? We come from him. So, but you are a devotee, that definitely helps to your Nana, your father, okay? Please come regularly and read with us as you are one of the regular participant since last close to 3 years. Okay, Sandhya Mataji, thank you. So, you start, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you start reading.
Yes, ma'am. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns. Purport. Every person engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord in this material world is prone to so many material activities, and if one is not strong enough to protect himself against the ons- onslaught of material affection, he may be diverted from the spiritual energy. In the material creation, Brahma has to create all kinds of living entities with bodies suitable to their material conditions. Brahma wants to be protected by the Lord because he has to contact many vicious living entities. An ordinary Brahmana may fall from the Brahma Tejas or the power of Brahmanical excellence due to his association with many fallen conditioned souls. Brahma, as a supermost Brahmana, is afraid of such a fall down, and therefore he prays to the Lord for protection. This is a warning for one and all in the spiritual advancement of life. Unless one is sufficiently protected by the Lord, he may fall down from his spiritual position. Therefore, one has to pray constantly to the Lord for protection and the blessing to carry out one's duty. Lord Chaitanya also entrusted his missionary work to his devotees and assured them of his protection against the onslaught of material affection. The path of spiritual life is stated in the Vedas to be like the edge of a sharpened razor. A little inattentiveness may at once create havoc and bloodshed, but one who is a completely surrendered soul, always seeking protection from the Lord in the discharge of his entrusted duties, has no fear of falling into material contamination.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So, unless Krishna's mercy is there, we won't be able to even chant also. No. So, he has to. So, how to invoke that mercy then? By regularly hearing chanting, by regularly Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nityam Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Then only he invokes or he gives mercy to all of us. So one has to pray constantly for unless one is sufficiently protected by the Lord, he may fall down from his spiritual position. So how can we do that? How can we get the protection then? Sufficiently protected. So sufficiently protected means we have to sufficiently hear and chant sufficiently every day. That is daily quota, right? If minimum 16 rounds, Prabhupada has given the instruction. Minimum 16 rounds, one has to do rounds. If take up, become a serious devotee or take up the process of bhakti seriously. So that is the thing. One has to pray constantly to the Lord for protection and blessing to carry out one's duty. So whatever our modes of nature, we have to prescribe duties we have to do, keeping Krishna in the center and do that. Always seeking protection from the Lord in the discharge of his interested duties. So he also surrendered and has no fear of falling into material contamination. So always seeking protection. That means depend on Krishna. We frequently say, Prabhupada also uses depend on Krishna's mercy. Depend. Yes, we never ever become independent. We are always dependent on his material energy, resources, elements, etc. So depend on Krishna. Of course, we have to put our endeavor and then his mercy. How can we put our endeavor in Krishna consciousness? By regularly hearing, chanting. It starts with those two activities. And the chanting, the take up the bead bag means using our three senses, our tongue, our ear, our mind is engaging in Krishna service. Three primary senses, how are we chanting and how are we hearing? And ultimately, our mind is attentively hearing the same sound vibration comes out from our mouth. Are we listening actually? Are we put our mind into the holy name? That makes a lot of difference. नाम के वास्ते बीड़ बैग पట్టుకొని ఎక్కడో think yes, that's not the correct. Try to develop the attention focus and again depend on Krishna there also. Please, we have to have a request before chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we have to have a request to Supreme Lord Krishna. See, of course, the mind itself, the great Savyasachi like Arjuna is unable to control because of the flickering nature and, Vayu yuvas dushkaram. That is a verse, right? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, Pramadi balavadridam. Our mind's nature is flickering in nature. So many thoughts, materialistic thoughts, different plan making things will come. But we have to have only option. We don't have any other option. Just depend on Krishna, prayerful, and we have to have the prayer that Krishna says, yes, I'm gonna chant your name. Please help me to control my mind. Of course, mind is dragging here and there. Please help me. That is a request before we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that we have to have our personal request, personal prayer to Supreme Lord. Then only our chanting is going to improve. How to get the attention and focus. I have heard this one. How to become offenseless chanting. No? Very easy. Our process is open-minded, open secret. Actually, there is no secret in the Krishna consciousness. Everything is open, but the open secret. How can we understand? Third verse of Sikshashtakam prayer. We always have to remember that verse. What is that? Trunadapi sunichena, tarorapi saishana, amarina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. Always chant the holy names with a, what is that? It's a great qualities one has to develop, Trunadapi sunichena. Trunadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishana, amanina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. Sikshashtakam prayers. Sikshashtakam. 8 instructions of the prayers given by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The mood. Then we definitely make progress. Definitely, there is a definite statement, okay? If you develop this quality, Trunadapi Sunichena, Tararapi Saishana, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. What is that? One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind. False pride, too much false ego won't accept our position. Sometimes, we need respect. Sometimes we need different hankerings we have, our bodily, our mind, our intellectually. Thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. There is no value, right? We won't give any respect to the straw, right? Atlanti humble position. And one should be more tolerant than a tree. Vananaka, endanaka, a chettu etla bharisudana. Divide off all sense of false prestige. And should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant. So then definitely our chanting is going to improve if we develop this quality. It's very high principle, very high principle. But the secret of success is in this only. How to make our offenseless chanting, the secret of success, the third verse is there. This is what Gaudiya Vaishnavas neck bead verse. It's called, mana kanti mala verse under it. So why I'm telling, because these are, unless these words when I say we have to have a dependent on Krishna, we have to seek protection from our fall down. We may very easy to fall down. Very easy to fall down. Actually, very easy to fall down actually because of the material allurements and the sensual gratification. Very easy to fall down. The very difficult to upgrade ourselves or elevate ourselves because of the mind only, right? Mind gives a lot of problems. With the mind only, everything dragging. The mind needs to be controlled with the help of Krishna's mercy. But we have to put endeavor. So text 25, Rashmi Mata, Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining. Please read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
I think this shloka is important. Like Prabhuji.
Prabhu, this is, this we should repeat.
Yeah, మనం సారీ భక్తి వైభవాలో మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినాం కదా. రిసైడ్ ప్రభు 4 లైన్లు ఒకసారి రిసైడ్.
Waking up prayer, Prabhu. This is waking the Lord. सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नन्नाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्यागिरापनयता पुरुष पुराण.
Actually, Prabhu, wonderful. But actually, this is while entering into the temple, not waking up Lord deities are different prayers untai. But while entering into the temple, we recite this. Yes. So savada brakaruno
No,
bhagavan.
Prabhuji, actually, see, that is there. That is according to the Narada Pancharatra Vithi. You do it while you enter the temple. But in Bhagavatam, in this context, na, here Brahma is waking up the Lord actually. That's
Acha,
what I'm
okay.
talking.
Very good. Very good. Hari bol. So let us recite na same sloka. ఒక్కొక్క devotees చేయండి. Tune పట్టేసిన లావణ్య you do. తర్వాత నేను చేస్తా. తర్వాత దీపమాత తర్వాత మిగతా devotees.
सावधप्रकरणो भगवान् विवृद्धा प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्वा गिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराण.
सोऽसावधभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्यागिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराण. Yeah, devotees meet Deepa Mataji, Sandhya Mataji, please do.
Yes, Prabhuji. सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्धा प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्यागिरापनयना नयतात् पुरुषः पुराण. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji, Sandhya Mataji, please try.
सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवेदा प्रेमास्मितेन नयनाम्बृणं विजभ्रम् उत्थाय विश्वविजया च नो विषादम् माध्व्या गिरापनयतात् पुरुषा पुराण.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sandhya Mataji, Madhavi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mata, you want to try?
I will share, Prabhuji.
Yeah. सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्धा
सोऽसास्वभद्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्धा प्रेमास्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्व्या गिरापनयनतात् पुरुषः पुराण.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Mataji, want to do? Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Want to do?
Yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Translation.
No, recite చేయండి. After recitation, you read the translation.
Okay. So shall adabra karuno bhagavan. ఒకసారి ట్యూన్ ఏమన్నా చెప్తారా ప్రభుజీ?
सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्धा प्रेम
ప్రేమాస్మితేన నయనాంబురాహం విజృంభం उत्थाय विश्व विजयाय च न विषादम् माध्यागिरापान यथात् पुरुष पुराण. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Okay, read translation.
Translation. కొంచెం పైనకి. The Lord, who is supreme and is the oldest of all, is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me by opening his lotus eyes. he can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection by kindly speaking his directions. Should I continue, Prabhuji? Purport?
Continue.
Yeah. The Lord is ever increasingly merciful upon the fallen souls of this material world. The whole cosmic manifestation is a chance for all to improve themselves in devotional service up to the Lord. And everyone is meant for that purpose. The Lord expands himself into many personalities who are either self-expansions or separated expansions. The personalities of the individual souls are is separated expansion, whereas the self-expansions are the Lord himself. The self-expansions are predominators. And the separated expansions are predominated for reciprocation of transcendental bliss with the supreme form of bliss and knowledge. The liberated souls can join in this blissful reciprocation of predominator and predominated without materially concocted idea. The typical example of such a transcendental exchange between the predominator and the predominated is the Lord's Rasa Leela with the gopis. The gopis are predominated expansions of the internal potency, and therefore the Lord's participation in the Rasa Leela dance is never to be construed like the mundane relationship of man and woman. It is rather the highest perfectional stage of the exchange of feelings between the Lord and the living entity. The Lord gives the fallen souls the chance for this highest perfection of life. Lord Brahma is entrusted with the management of the complete cosmic show, and therefore he prays that the Lord bestow his blessings upon him so that he may execute his purpose. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada uses, predominator and predominated, and then it's not a mundane relationship. The highest perfectional stage of exchange of feelings between the Lord and the living entities. The Lord gives the fallen souls the chance for this highest perfection of life through the process of Bhakti Yoga. Same. So how many verses there in this chapter? I'm wondering. 25. What is this? Let me see. 44 verses there. Why this slide shows 25, 22, 25. Then later, I'm just checking one thing here. Okay, next page is okay. Okay, we'll continue. 1 second. This one we got. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Deepa Mata, continue. 26. Rashmi Mataji, Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mommy, please.
Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The sage Maitreya said, O Vidura, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead, Brahma prayed for his mercy as far as his mind and words would permit him. Thus, having prayed, he became silent as he tried from his activities of penance, knowledge, and material concentration. Purport. Brahma's enlightenment in knowledge was due to the Lord sitting within his heart. After being created, Brahma could not ascertain the source of his appearance, but after penance and material concentration, he could see the source of his birth, and thus he became enlightened through his heart. The spiritual master outside and the spiritual master within are both representations of the Lord. Unless one has contact with such bona fide representations, one cannot claim to be a spiritual master. Lord Brahma had no opportunity to take the help of his spiritual master from outside because at that time Brahma himself was the only creature in the universe. Therefore, on becoming satisfied by the prayers of Brahma, the Lord enlightened him about everything from within.
Haribol. Thank you, Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Text 27 and 28. Deepa Mata, are you there? Lavanya or Ansini Vranda? Yennara? Yeah, read
Can I?
Mata. Yeah, go ahead.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord saw that Brahma was very anxious about the planning and construction of the different planetary systems and was depressed upon seeing the devastating water. he could understand the intention of Brahma, and thus he spoke in deep, thoughtful words, removing all the illusion that had arisen. Purport. The devastating water was so fearful that even Brahma was perturbed at its appearance and became very anxious about how to situate the different planetary systems in outer space to accommodate the different kinds of living entities, such as human beings, those lower than the human beings, and the superhuman beings. All the planets in the universe are situated according to the different grades of living entities under the influence of the modes of material nature. There are 3 modes of material nature, and when they are mixed with one another, they become 9. When the 9 are mixed, they become 81, and 81 also become mixed. And thus, we ultimately do not know how the delusion increases and increases. Lord Brahma had to accommodate different places and situations for the requisite bodies of the conditioned souls. The task was meant only for Brahma, and no one in the universe can even understand how difficult it was. But by the grace of the Lord, Brahma was able to execute the tremendous task so perfectly that everyone is amazed to see the workmanship of the Vidhata, or the regulator. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. ఉన్నారా హంసని వృందం?
Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavatam.
Yes. Continue. 29 verse.
Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, O Brahma, O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are beginning from begging from me has already been granted before. Purport.
By Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
By Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any person authorized by either the Lord or by his bona fide representative is already blessed as the work entrusted to him, of course.
To him.
Of course, the person entrusted with such a responsibility should always be aware of his incapability and must always look for the mercy of the Lord for the successful execution of his duty. One should not be puffed up because he is entrusted with certain executive work. Fortunate is he who is so entrusted, and if he is always fixed in a sense of being subordinate to the will of Supreme, he is sure to come out successful in the discharge of his work. Arjuna was entrusted with the work of fighting on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and before he was so entrusted, the Lord has already arranged for his victory. But Arjuna was always conscious of his position and as subordinate to the Lord, and thus he accepted him as the supreme guide in his responsibility. Anyone who takes pride in doing responsible work but does not give credit to the Supreme Lord is certainly falsely proud and cannot execute anything nicely. Brahma and persons in the line of his disciples disciplic succession who follow in the footsteps and are always successful in the discharge of loving transcendental service to the Lord Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vrunda. Very good. Nice. Akka ఉందా?
ఉన్నా.
Text 30 good చెయ్యి. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Brahma, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principles of knowledge to receive my favor. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The mercy the Lord bestows upon a particular person engaged in executing the responsible work entrusted unto him is beyond imagination, but his mercy is received due to our penance and perseverance in executing devotional service. Brahma was entrusted with the work of creating the planetary systems. The Lord instructed him that when he meditated, he would very easily know where and how the planetary systems must be arranged. The directions were come from within, and there was no necessity for anxiety in that task. Such instructions of Buddhi Yoga are directly imparted by the Lord from within, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.
చెప్పురా వరుసది.
Machita Madhyata
కాదు 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 చదతాయి.
దదామి బుద్ధి యోగంతం ఏన మాముపయాంతితే.
To those who are constantly, to those who are
With love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
there are three things. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love. Perfect translation is
Yoga.
To those who are, to those ఎవరైతే who are వాళ్ళు constantly అంటే no breaks devoted to serving me with love. Service is there, with love is there, service attitude is there,
Devotion.
constantly is there. సో ఇక్కడ చాలా అద్భుతమైనటువంటి సెంటెన్స్ రాసిన ప్రభుపాదిన. But his mercy is received due to our penance and perseverance in executing devotional service. అరే చాంటింగ్ చేస్తున్న ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాల నుంచి why I'm not getting taste? One has to check the things. For me, I'm talking to myself, I'm long time. Again, long way to go for me also. So why I'm not getting taste? Because many things, so many distractions, so many disturbances, so many things. So I need to have personal perseverance, patience, and still stick to the path and continuously develop love for Krishna. Prabhupada writes this. Always check things, how I'm doing. Continuously, how to develop our love for Krishna. We have to check continuously how I'm doing. My chanting is good. Am I focusing? Or so many things are disturbing on my mind, through the thoughts, etc. So we need to have is there perfection is definitely there in the Bhakti Yoga. There is no other process, right? It's a elevated process. Karma Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and beyond the three, perfectional stage. 10.10 pointed out Srila Prabhupada at the end of this purport. See, to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding. Krishna only give the intelligence to come back to him, so that they can come to me. Yes. Haribol, thank you so much. Text 31, Lalit Mohan Prabhu. Please read.
Yes, Prabhu. Can you please scroll up a bit? Just
Yeah.
Translation. O Brahma, when you are absorbed in devotional service, in the course of your creative activities, you will see me in you and throughout the universe. And you will see that you yourself, the universe, and the living entities are all in me. Purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is cited herein by the Lord that during his daytime, Brahma would see him as Lord Shri Krishna. He would appreciate how the Lord expanded himself into all the calves during his childhood at Vrindavan. He would know how Yashodamai saw all the universes and planetary systems within the mouth of Krishna during his playful childhood pastimes. And he would also see that there are many millions of Brahmas during the appearance of Lord Krishna in Brahma's daytime. But all these manifestations of Lord appearing everywhere in his eternal transcendental forms cannot be understood by anyone but the pure devotees, who are always engaged in devotional service to the Lord and are fully absorbed in the Lord. The highest qualifications of Brahma are also indicated herein.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Let me read once and రెడీ లావణ్య, ఐఎమ్ గోనా గివ్ ద హోస్ట్ యాక్సెస్. వన్ మోర్ టైం చదివిపించేసి రుద్రగీత చేయించండి. ఓకే, సో ఐ విల్ రీడ్ దిస్ వన్ అండ్ wrap up. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You will see me in all living entities as well as over the universe, just as fire is situated in wood. Only in that state of transcendental vision will you be able to be free from all kinds of illusion. Purport. Brahma prayed that he might not forget his eternal relationship with the Lord during the course of his material activities. In answer to that prayer, the Lord said that he should not think of existing without a relationship with his omnipotency. The example is given of the fire in wood. The fire kindled in wood is always the same, although the wood may be different types. Similarly, the bodies within the material creation may be specifically different according to shape and quality, but the spirit souls within them are not different from one another. The quality of fire, warmth, is the same everywhere, and the spiritual spark or part and parcel of the Supreme Spirit is the same in every living being. Thus, the potency of the Lord is distributed all over his creation. This transcendental knowledge alone can save one from the contamination of material illusion. Since the Lord's potency is distributed everywhere, a pure soul or a devotee of the Lord can see everything in relationship with the Lord, and therefore he has no affection for the outer coverings. That pure spiritual conception makes him immune to all contamination of material association. The pure devotee never forgets the touch of the Lord in all circumstances. In all circumstances. The pure devotee never forgets the touch of the Lord in all circumstances. One verse Japan Krishna చెప్తుంది కదా instruction. The pure devotee never forgets the touch of the Lord in all circumstances. 9.13 answer 9.13 recite
14 9.14
9.14 recite Brunda and answer both of you. ఒకసారి ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేయండి పోనీ.
Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me with great perpetually worship with devotion.
పర్పిచువల్ అనే దానికి మీనింగ్ ఉంది. దెర్ ఇస్ నో స్టాప్స్ అన్నమాట. నో క్వశ్చన్. ఆల్వేస్ ద ప్యూర్ డివోటీస్ నెవర్ ఫర్గెట్స్ ద టచ్ ఆఫ్ ద లార్డ్ ఇన్ ఆల్ సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్. హరి బోల్. సో ఓవర్ టు యూ, యూ కెన్ కంటిన్యూ. ఓకే, ఈరోజు హాలిడే కాబట్టి ఇంకా 9 o'clock వరకు చదివి 9:05 వరకు తర్వాత రిసైటేషన్ చేయండి. ఓకే, 33 ఓపెన్ చేయి. 33 ఓపెన్ చేయి. 3933. Raju Prabhu and Sandhya Mataji in hearing mode. Okay. Make host. I made you host. You can continue. Yeah, 33. Okay. And I think you haven't read now. You start with yourself and go ahead. And I'm leaving. I'm gonna send that verses in the group. You can open up later once one more time reading done. Okay.
RudraGita previous verses చేయాలా లేకపోతే కొత్త వర్సా?
అయిపోయినాయి. వేరే కొత్త పెడుతున్నా. కొత్త అంటే నెక్స్ట్ వర్సెస్.
అదే ఒకటే కదా చేయాల్సింది.
ఒకటే, బట్ ఆ స్లైడ్ లో 2-3 ఉంటాయి కదా. ఐఎమ్ గోనా షేర్ దట్ స్లైడ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ డివోటీస్. రెండవ ప్రణామం. వాంఛాకల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుమేవ చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో నమః. అనంతకోటి వైష్ణవులకి జై. జగద్గురు శ్రీల ప్రభుపాదకి జై. యూ కంటిన్యూ. ఇంకొంచెం సేపు 9:05 వరకు అట్లా చదివించేసి యూ కెన్ రిసైటేషన్ 9:20 వరకు అట్లా. ఓకే, బాయ్. వెరీ గుడ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. Anybody left to read Prabhuji and Mataji? Sirisha Mataji చదువుతారా? Hare Krishna. Yeah.
మాతాజీ నేను కూడా చదవలేదు మాతాజీ.
చదవండి మాతాజీ.
ఏం చదవాలి ఇప్పుడు?
33 మాతాజీ. మీరు ఫస్ట్ చదివారు కదా ఒకసారి. శిరీష మాతాజీ
మర్చిపోయాను, నేనే చదివాను.
చదివారు మాతాజీ. శిరీష మాతాజీ అడగచ్చు ఒకసారి. శిరీష మాతాజీ.
ఎస్ మాతాజీ.
చదువుతారా మాతాజీ?
ఎస్ మాతాజీ, చదువుతాను.
యా చదవండి. 33 మాతాజీ.
Mataji, my Prabhuji also left. He will also read.
Gaurav Prabhuji wants to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, after Sirisha Mataji, Prabhuji can do Mataji. Okay? Yeah, Sirisha Mataji, you can start.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: when you are free from the conception of gross and subtle bodies, and when your senses are free from all influences of the modes of material nature, you will realize your pure form in my association. At that time, you will be situated in pure consciousness. Purpose. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is stated that a person whose only desire is to render transcendental loving service to the Lord is a free person in any condition of material existence. That service attitude is a Swarupa or real form of the living entity. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Chaitanya Charitamrita also confirms this statement by declaring that the real spiritual form of the living entity is eternal servitorship to the Supreme Lord. The Mayavada school shudders at the thought of a service attitude in the living entity, not knowing that in the transcendental world, the service of the Lord is based on transcendental love. Transcendental loving service is never to be compared to the forced service of the material world. In the material world, even if one is under the conception that he is no one's servant, he is still the servant of his senses under the dictation of the material modes. Actually, no one is master here in the material world, and therefore the servants of the senses have a very bad experience of servitude. They shudder at the thought of service because they have no knowledge of the transcendental position. In transcendental loving service, the servitor is as free as the Lord. The Lord is Swarat or fully independent, and the servant is also fully independent or Swarat in the spiritual atmosphere because there is no forced service. There, the transcendental loving service is due to spontaneous love. A reflected glimpse of such service is experienced in the service of the mother onto the son, the friend's service onto the friend, or the wife's service onto the husband. These reflections of service by friends, parents, and wives are not forced, but are due only to love. Here in the material world, however, the loving service is only a reflection. The real service or service in Swarupa is present in the transcendental world. In association with the Lord, the very same service in transcendental love can be practiced in devotion here. Thank you, Mataji. Can I continue, Mataji?
Thank you, Mataji. We'll give it to Gaurav Prabhuji.
Okay, okay, Mataji.
Gaurav Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. This verse is also applicable to Jnani. Jnani school. Jnani school. The enlightened Jnani, when free from all material contaminations, namely the gross and subtle bodies together with the sense of material modes of nature, is placed in the supreme and is thus liberated from the material bondage. The Jnanis and the devotees are actually in agreement up to the point of liberation from material contamination, but whereas the Jnanis remain specified on the platform of simply understanding, the devotee develops further spiritual advancement in loving service. The devotees develop a spiritual individuality in their spontaneous service attitude, which is enhanced on and on up to the point the madhurya rasa or transcendental loving service reciprocated between the lover and the beloved. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. Mataji, Deepa Mataji, చదవండి Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Since you have desired to increase the population innumerably and expand your varieties of service, you shall never be deprived in this matter, because my causeless mercy upon you will always increase for all time. Purport. A pure devotee of the Lord, being cognizant of the facts of the particular time, object, and circumstances, always desires to expand the number of devotees of the Lord in various ways. Such expansions of transcendental service may appear to be material to the materialist, but factually they are expansions of the causeless mercy of the Lord towards the devotee. Plans for such activities may appear to be material activities, but they are different in potency, being engaged in the satisfaction of the transcendental senses of the Supreme. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody left, Prabhujis and Matajis? I'll read one. Yeah. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. You are the original Rishi, and because your mind is always fixed on me, even though you will be engaged in generating various progeny, the vicious mode of passion will never encroach upon you. Purport. The same assurance is given to Brahma in the second canto, chapter 9, 36th verse. Being so favored by the Lord, Brahma's schemes and plans are all infallible. If sometimes Brahma is seen to be bewildered, as in 10th canto, he is bewildered by seeing the action of the internal potency. That is also for his further advancement in transcendental service. Arjuna is found to be similarly bewildered. All such bewilderment of the pure devotees of the Lord is specifically meant for their further advancement in knowledge of the Lord. Yeah. Rashmi Mataji? Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna Mataji, she's in restroom.
Okay. Sirisha Mataji, you can read. First Mataji, then again Prabhuji. Yeah, you can start Mataji. Already Deepa Mataji read, right? You can start.
Okay, Mataji. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Although I am not easy, knowable by the conditioned soul, you have known me today because you know that my personality is not constituted of anything material, and specifically not of the 5 gross and 3 subtle elements. Purport. Knowledge of the Supreme Absolute Truth does not necessitate negation of the material manifestation, but understanding of spiritual existence as it is. To think that because material existence is realized in forms, therefore spiritual existence must be formless is only a negative material conception of spirit. The real spiritual conception is that spiritual form is not material form. Brahma accepted the eternal form of the Lord in that way, and the personality of Godhead approved of Brahma's spiritual conception. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna condemned the material conception of his body, a conception that arises because he is apparently present like a man. The Lord may appear in any of his many spiritual forms, but he is not materially composed, nor has he any difference between body and self. That is the way of conceiving the spiritual form of the Lord. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. When you were contemplating whether there was a source to the stem of the lotus of your birth, and you even entered into the stem, you could not trace out anything. But at that time, I manifested my form within. Purport. The personality of Godhead can be experienced only by His causeless mercy, not by material speculation or with the help of the material senses. Material senses cannot approach the transcendental understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can be appreciated only by submissive devotional service when he reveals himself before the devotee. Only by love of Godhead can one know God, and not otherwise. The personality of Godhead cannot be seen with the material eyes, but he can be seen from within by spiritual eyes opened by the ointment of love of Godhead. As long as one's spiritual eyes are closed due to the directly covering of matter, one cannot see the Lord. But when the dirt is removed by the process of devotional service, one can see the Lord without a doubt. Brahma's personal endeavor to see the root of the lotus pipe failed, but when the Lord was satisfied by his penance and devotion, he revealed himself from within with no external endeavor. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Your Prabhuji is there, Mataji, to read?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yeah. Gaurav Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, you can read.
Translation: O Brahma, the prayers that you have chanted praising the glories of my transcendental activities, the penance you have undertaken to understand me, and your firm faith in me, all these are to be considered my causeless mercy. Purport: when a living entity desires to serve the Lord in a transcendental loving services, the Lord helps the devotee in so many ways as a Chaitanya Guru or the spiritual master within, and thus the devotee can perform many wonderful activities beyond material estimation. By the mercy of the Lord, even a layman can compose prayers of the highest spiritual perfection. Such a spiritual perfection is not limited by material qualification, but is developed by dint of one's sincere endeavor to render transcendental service. Voluntarily endeavor is the only qualification for spiritual perfections. Material acquisitions of wealth or education are not considered. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Lalit Mohan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation: I am very much pleased by your description of me in terms of my transcendental qualities, which appear mundane to the mundaners. I grant you all benedictions in your desire to glorify all the planets by your activities. I grant you all benedictions in your desire to glorify all the planets by your activities. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A pure devotee of Lord like Brahma and those in his line of disciplic succession always desire that the Lord be known all over the universe by each and every one of the living entities. That desire of the devotee is always blessed by the Lord. The impersonalist sometimes prays for the mercy of personality of God and Narayana as the embodiment of material goodness. But such prayers do not satisfy the Lord because he is not thereby glorified in terms of his actual transcendental qualities. The pure devotees of the Lord are always most dear to him, although he is always kind and merciful to all living entities. Here, the word Gunamayam is significant because it indicates the Lord's possessing transcendental qualities. Thank you, Mother.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Mother Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mother Mataji, Hare Krishna. Chautara Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mother Mataji. Okay. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: any human being who prays like Brahma and who thus worships me shall very soon be blessed with the fulfillment of all his desires. For I am the Lord of all benediction. Purport: the prayers offered by Brahma cannot be chanted by anyone who desires to fulfill his own sense gratification. Such prayers can be selected only by a person who wants to satisfy the Lord in his service. The Lord certainly fulfills all desires in regard to the transcendental loving service, but he cannot fulfill the whims of non-devotees, even when such casual devotees offers him the best of prayers. Yeah. Lalit Mohan Prabhuji. Prabhuji, ఇప్పుడు బ్రహ్మ సంహిత ప్రేయర్స్ అంటాం కదా, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద కాంటెక్స్ట్ ప్రభుజీ. ఎందుకంటే మరి బోల్ ప్రభుజీ, ఇస్ ఇట్ ఆడిబుల్? బ్రహ్మ సంహిత ప్రేయర్స్ చదువుతాం కదా ప్రభుజీ, సో ఈస్ దిస్ ద కంటెక్స్ట్? ఎందుకంటే బ్రహ్మ ఎప్పుడైనా డిఫికల్టీ వస్తే పురుష సూక్త చదువుతారు, మళ్ళీ తర్వాత బ్రహ్మ విమోహన్ లీల చూస్తే బ్రహ్మస్తుతి చేస్తారు. సో ఇక్కడ చేసేదే బ్రహ్మ సంహిత ప్రభుజీ.
No. Here the prayers are different. Brahma Samhita is different, Mataji.
మరి బ్రహ్మ సంహిత కంటెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ?
So what we are reading in Brahma Samhita, is only those verses which glorify the Lord.
Yeah.
But Brahma Samhita also consists many other things.
Nirakara, yeah, undi Prabhuji.
See, actually, yesterday,
Impersonalism.
as you asked yesterday, na Mataji, why he got bewildered when he was already given a boon of not getting bewildered, right? So actually, I asked one of that Bhaktivedanta Vidyapit's devotee Mataji, so that Gaurang Vihari Prabhu. So he was telling, see, it is technically the creation is over by the time this Vimohan Leela happened. Okay. So it is maintenance chal raha hai us time. Maintenance is who? Vishnu, right? So now the phase which we are in, or that pastime which has taken place, the creation is already completed. Okay. So जब तक creation होएगा, so he will not be bewildered by it. But that process of creation is already completed. So during the maintenance, yes, he got bewildered, and that is Krishna's desire that he get bewildered. And it is also said it is in the last, the one which we have seen the last time. 55th year, first day, 7th one, means 7th Manu, 28th cycle we are in. So in this, the actual Krishna comes, na? So in this Dwapar Yuga, the actual Krishna comes. But before all those things, Vasudev comes. So when Vasudev comes, he will not get bewildered. But when Krishna comes, he will get bewildered. That is actually Krishna's desire. So he was telling, yes, technically it is like this. During his maintenance, Brahma would get bewildered because Brahma's creatory activities are already completed by them. And the question you are asking now, the Samhita Mataji, he is giving a gift of token to the Lord, that how I can glorify you. So that is how the Samhita comes. Samhita means he is composing the poetry on the Supreme Lord and his activities. Okay. But this context is before creation, he is praying to the Lord.
ఎందుకంటే మనము వేణుకు అనంత దాంట్లో అన్ని ఉంటాయి కదా, లైక్ కృష్ణస్ అపియరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడేమో లోటస్ వీటే విష్ణునే చూస్తారు బ్రహ్మ. సో ఎప్పుడు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతాను నీకు, అంటే లోపల లైక్ లోపల నుండి లైక్ వచ్చి చేస్తారా ప్రేయర్స్, లేకపోతే విష్ణుని చూస్తూ చేస్తారా అని.
Here he will only see the Garbhodakshay Vishnu Mataji, but in Brahma Samhita he will even glorify the Golok Vrindavan also. So completely different contexts. Okay. So by the time Brahma will come to know completely how the spiritual world also looks like, right? So he knows everything. The creation which he couldn't see also is there in the Brahma Samhita. But here he only glorifies Vishnu or the Garbhodakshay Vishnu.
ఎస్ ఎస్ అదే డౌట్ వచ్చింది, ఎందుకంటే చాలా లోపలికి వెళ్తే మళ్ళీ గోలో కూడా ప్రే చేస్తారు, ఇక్కడేమో విష్ణునే చూస్తారు, మరి ఎట్లా కృష్ణని ఎట్లా చూస్తారు అన్నట్టుగా.
Samhita is a poetry, Mataji. It is a poetry which he offers to the Supreme Lord.
ఓకే ప్రభుజీ, ఎందుకంటే భాగవతంలో ఎక్కడైనా వస్తుందా ప్రభుజీ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత కాంటెక్స్ట్ అట్లా?
Nowhere it comes, Mataji. That is a complete different and this is complete different.
Yes ప్రభుజీ, got it. Yeah, thank you ప్రభుజీ. ప్రభుజీ వాళ్ళ ఏది చేయాలి రుద్రగీతలో? హరే కృష్ణ.
56 మార్క్స్, 55 అయిపోయినట్టున్నారు. 56
సెకండ్, 56 ఓకే.
ప్రభుజీ షేర్ చేసిన గ్రూప్ లో.
లెట్ మీ చెక్. Is it visible, Hare Krishna?
Yes, Mataji. Can you please expand a bit, Mataji?
Yeah, just a second. Is it okay, Prabhuji and Mataji?
Yes, okay, Mataji. No.
Yeah, please take care, Prabhuji.
So here now, in this shloka, Lord Rudra is telling that how those personalities who take the lotus feet of Krishna, how they are saved. Okay. Till now, he gave descriptions about the lotus feet and the glories of taking the shelter of the lotus feet, right? And now he is telling how people will be saved, whoever takes the shelter of the lotus feet. Yatra nirvishtam aranam. Nirvishtam means complete surrender. Okay. Aranam means soul. Yatra nirvishtam aranam, that soul which has taken complete surrender. Kritanto nabhimanyate. Krita means at the end. Kritantaha. Kritanta means at the end, the invincible time could not do. Na abhimanyate. It cannot do anything to that soul. Which soul? Which has completely surrendered unto your lotus feet. Okay. Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bhruva. Now he's telling about this time personified. The glories of time personified he's giving. So what can the time do? Vishwam vidhamsayan virya. Virya means it has a capacity to do what? Vishwam vidhamsayan. The whole complete universe can be destroyed by what? The time factor. Okay. Shaurya. Shaurya means it has an influence. Vispurjita. Vispurjita means, see, Vispurjita Bhruva. Bhruva means eyelids. Okay. Just by raising its eyelids, what can it do? It has an influence to Visvavidhamsam. To do Visvavidhamsam. Okay. So the time personified, it will just, raise its eyebrows. So what happens by that? Visvam Vidhamsam. That is the virya which it has. The power and influence which it has is just by raising its eyebrows, it will completely destroy the universe. That is what those two lines, the second two lines were telling. But the first two lines, what they are telling? Yatra nirvishta maranam. Whichever soul has taken a complete shelter of the Lord's lotus feet, kritanto nabhimanyate. Kritanto nabhimanyate means this time which has power to completely destroy the universe, na abhimanyate, cannot do anything to that lotus feet, to that surrendered soul who has taken a shelter of Lord's lotus feet. Okay. We study Bhagavatam daily. So what is the end result of it? Can anyone tell? Whoever studies Bhagavatam daily, what is the end result? What happens at the end of his life? He will also die.
Remembrance of Krishna.
But he will die remembering Krishna. Okay. He will also die. That pain will be there, no doubt. But what can he do in that pain? He can remember Krishna properly. Okay. So whoever remembers Krishna at the time of the death, what is Rudra telling? Mrityu cannot do anything to them. Okay. The safe boat, is always waiting to take them back to spiritual world. So two devotees now. One devotee can read the synonyms, the other devotee can read the translation. Then we will go with the recitation. Thank you. Yeah, one devotee. They can do synonyms.
Which one,
Deepa
Prabhuji?
Mataji? Go ahead,
Yes,
go ahead,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
56, Prabhuji.
56, yes.
Yeah, synonyms. Yatra, wherein. Nirvishtam, nirvishtam aranam, a completely surrendered soul. Krita, anta, invincible time. Na abhimanyate, does not go to attack. Vishwam, the entire universe. Vidvamsayan, Vidvamshayan, by vanquishing. Virya, prowess. Shaurya, influence. Vispurjita, simply by expansion. Dhruva, of the eyebrows. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. One more devotee can do translation. Quickly up.
Hare Krishna Prabhu's translation. Simply by expansion of his eyebrows, invincible time personified can immediately vanish the entire universe. However, formidable time does not approach the devotee who has taken complete shelter at your lotus feet. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Please repeat this after me. Yatra nirvishtam aranam.
Yatra nirvishtam
Please repeat after me, everyone. Yatra nirvishtam aranam.
Yatra
Nirvishtam aranam.
Yatra nirvishtam aranam.
Yatra
Yatra nirvishtam aranam.
Kritanto nabhimanyate.
Kritanto nabhimanyate.
Kritanto nabhimanyate.
Kritanto nabhimanyate.
Kritanto nabhimanyate.
Kritanto
nabhimanyate.
Vishwam vidhamsayan virya.
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 Vishwam
vidhamsayan virya.
Shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
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 Two lines together. Yatra nirvishtam aranam kritanto nabhimanyate.
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 Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Vishwa vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
All four lines together now. Yatra nirvishtam aranam kritanto nabhimanyate. Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Yatra nirvishtam aranam kritanto nabhimanyate. Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Yatra nirvishtam aranam kritanto nabhimanyate. Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Yatra nirvishthamaranam kritanto nabhimanyate vishwam vidvamshayam virya shaurya vispurjita bhruva.
Yatra nirvishtam aranam kritanto nabhimanyate. Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Yatra
Yatra
nirvishtam aranam kritanto nabhimanyate. Vishwam vidhamsayan virya shaurya vispurjita bruvah.
Thank you so much, devotees. Deepa Mataji, you can try.
Yes, Papa. यत्र निर्विष्टमरणं कृतान्तो नाभिमन्यते विश्वं विध्वंसयन् वीर्य शौर्यविस्फूर्जितब्रुवा. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Madhavi Mataji. Okay. Sandhya Mataji. She is in hearing mode. Sandhya Mataji, can you do? Can you practice?
No, Prabhuji. Actually,
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
met my mother.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, Sirisha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
यत्र निर्विष्टं हरणं कृतान्तो नाभिमन्यते विश्वं विध्वंसयन् वीर्या शौर्यविस्फूर्जिता ब्रुवा.
Thank you, Mataji. Rashmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. यत्र निर्विष्टम् अरणं कृतान्तो नाभिमन्यते विश्वं विध्वंसयन् वीर्या शौर्यविस्फूर्जिता भ्रुवा.
Thank you, Mataji. Madhavi Mataji unnara? Madhavi Mataji. Okay. Lavanya Mataji, you can do.
Yes, yes. यत्र निर्विष्टमरणं कृतान्तो नाभिमन्यते विश्वं विध्वंसयन् वीर्या शौर्यविस्फोजितब्रुवा.
Yeah, పిల్లలు చేస్తారా Mataji?
ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ?
కిడ్స్ చేస్తారా?
Kids
ట్రై చేస్తారా?
లేదు ప్రభుజీ, లేరంట.
సరే సరే Mataji. Hare Krishna. You can wind it up, Mataji. We are done. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis for joining today's recitation and reading call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक रीडिंग की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय, ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्री रुद्रगीता की जय. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.